For many Indian women, the biological reality of menstruation carries a social burden as heavy as the caste system. Imagine periods being treated like untouchability. Shocking, right? That's the harsh reality for many women in India. Here, caste systems clash head-on with modern ideas of equality, creating a double bind for menstruating women. In her recent article for Frontline, sociologist Kalpana Kannabiran peels back the layers of tradition, revealing how menstrual injustice and entrenched caste hierarchies are connected. The fight for menstrual equality, Kalpana argues, cannot be waged in isolation, but requires a dismantling of the very social structures that perpetuate the double oppression of women. Professor Kalpana throws a wrench into the usual conversation about menstrual justice. She argues that women from lower castes face a brutal double whammy: discrimination based on both gender and social status. This isn't just about temples barring women based on menstruation, like in the case of the Sabrimala issue. It's about girls missing school due to a lack of toilets and period stigma. It's about Dalit women being forced into the polluting work of cleaning menstrual waste. Even good intentions, like providing sanitary pads, can be a band-aid solution. The real wound, the true wound, is caste. Real change requires dismantling the entire caste system, as mandated by the Indian Constitution itself, argues Professor Kalpana. She challenges the idea of a one-size-fits-all approach to menstrual justice. She argues that menstruation and its stigma have been far less discussed than social and reproductive health for Indian women and non-binary people. Kalpana critiques a widely used definition of menstrual injustice. She argues that simply being a menstruator shouldn't be the sole reason for oppression. Every society experiences menstruation differently, and solutions need to be culturally and historically specific. Evidently, in India, caste adds another layer of cruelty, pushing menstruating Dalit women and Dalit sanitation workers further down the social ladder. She points to a powerful link between menstruation and school dropouts. Reports cite stigma and lack of sanitation as major factors. But Kalpana Kannabiran offers a different perspective. The social background of the students play a crucial role. The fight for menstrual equality extends to the workplace as well. Discussions about menstrual leave for employees are gaining traction. Professor Kalpana challenges recent reports suggesting menstruation affects women's productivity at work. There is a rise in discussions about menstruation in movies and on streaming platforms. Documentaries about pad-making businesses are winning awards. Governments and NGOs are trying to normalize menstruation. But here's the catch: caste remains a silent elephant in the room. Menstrual injustice isn't just about menstrual health. Menstrual health isn't just about hygiene products. And hygiene isn't just about managing periods with fancy pads. Ultimately, menstrual waste disposal reflects the entrenched caste order, both in cities and in villages. Caste, as Dr. Ambedkar famously said, is a system of graded inequality, not a fair division of labor. Kannabiran concludes with a powerful question: how can we truly achieve justice, as promised by the Constitution, if we ignore the double bind of caste and menstruation? The answer lies in protecting the rights guaranteed by the Constitution and dismantling the caste system itself. Only then can Dalit and marginalized people be liberated from caste oppression, paving the way for all women to be free from menstrual injustice.